Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the horror show at Extreme Rules predictions. I had to figure out how to say it really quick, Larson, because it sounds...
Well, they might change it between now and the actual show. This is already the third time they've changed the name of the show. So.
People on SmackDown are going to be saying it a million different ways like they did last week. So, yeah, we're, of course, going to be doing our live watch... Oh, wait a second.
What?
This might be the last time I get to carry this guy. We're going to be doing our live reactions to it, I guess on YouTube. Is that right? We're going to be doing it on YouTube?
Yeah, that's where we usually do it. Yeah, sure.
All right, we'll do it on YouTube for now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hopefully you'll join us there. I don't. Is there like a kickoff to this thing, like half hour before?
Announced. It'll probably be announced Sunday morning.
Okay, so, yeah, just look. We're going to be here. Follow us on the Twitter.
3:30, 4 o'clock.
Probably something like that. Sounds good. All right.
That sounds good. Before we get into it, though, let's go over confidence points real quick. Like, you sign the highest number of confidence points, the match you're most confident. In this case, there's 6 announced matches. The match we're most confident in the outcome, 6 confidence points. You add up all the correct choices. Whoever has most points at the end is winner of predictions.
Yeah, you got that right. All right, man. The first match you have listed here in the predictions document is for the SmackDown Women's Championship, Bayley versus Nikki Cross. Larson, who do you have and why?
Bayley, she's losing that belt to only one person, and that person's name is Sasha Banks. Until then, she is not losing that title. Nikki Cross has been fantastic of late during this whole feud with Sasha and Bayley. She's been doing some really awesome work. I think this match will look good. It'll probably be a situation where Nikki looks really good, and then Bayley essentially has to cheat or bend the rules to get the W. But Bayley's going to retain. I got 5 confidence points.
Copy and paste everything you said. This should be a killer match. Next, MVP.
How many confidence points?
I said copy and paste, baby. 5 confidence points.
5. Oh, across the board.
Dude.
All right.
Yeah.
I thought you meant just the reasoning. All right, very well.
Oh, man. MVP versus Apollo Crews for the United States Championship. Winner gets the new title if they want it, I guess. So, yeah, right now MVP is the fake champion. Apollo Crews, the real champion. This really should be a ladder match where they put both of them up there.
Really should be.
Yeah, I am the only reason why I don't have more confidence in this match is because I'm more confident in the other matches. I have 2 confidence points on Apollo Crews. I think maybe a much more interesting story would be MVP winning, and you know, Bobby Lashley would probably want that title, but he hasn't really seemed all that interested in it. This is more MVP's thing, and given that he's wearing the fake title, he actually did get a pin over Apollo Crews. This is totally Apollo Crews' to win.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I should have more confidence points on this, but I'm just more confident in everything else. Apollo Crews with 2 confidence points.
I got Crews with 4. I feel like if Crews is to lose that belt in the near future, it's going to be to Bob Lashley. Maybe at
SummerSlam is when that's going to happen. Next, Seth Rollins versus Rey Mysterio. Ojo por ojo, Larson. Eye for an eye with, allegedly, if rumor is to be believed, a CG eye gouging. I am very much looking forward to this, not just for the CG eye gouging, but I think that I'm going to pop big time for that. I think the match itself also should be pretty damn fantastic. Yeah, I hope so. I hope they give it that sound, or a fart sound.
It's like someone uncorking a champagne bottle.
Exactly, yeah. I hope they go, well, they're not going to do this, but have you ever seen Hostel?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how that, like, she had her eye out, the guy had to cut it out? That was disgusting.
It'll be like Any Given Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
The spot will happen. The camera will just go, and there's an eyeball on the ground.
Mm-hmm, exactly. So yeah, I think this is going to be a fun match. I've got 4 confidence points on Rey Mysterio.
Wow.
Dude, he already had an eye taken out. He's not going to leave blind. He's not going to be going. He's not going to do anything blind. Get out of here. The Seth Rollins is totally getting an eye out. He's totally going to wear a patch. He already looks like a villain. The only thing he needs left is an eye patch. Seth is losing.
Yeah, I feel like I got Ray with 1. If I was more confident about Ray sticking around WWE for the foreseeable future, the confidence point number would be much higher. But if Ray has decided that he doesn't want to wrestle for WWE anymore for whatever reason, then it makes all the sense in the world for him to be the one losing an eye, losing this match, to write him off TV, and then he's gone for WWE. I don't know which way it's going to go. I could see Seth losing, taking some time off himself. Just in terms of, so at the end, I got to just go by how the story should be told. The story should end with Ray winning, Seth losing an eye. Seth has an eye patch for a few months, and then somehow they kayfabe it so he's got an eye back.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, Vader's eye was fine, and it got technically, dislodged or whatever. I mean,
I feel like this is a situation where, Vader's eye was just popping out of the socket a bit. My impression is that this has to be out.
We'll see. After
or
that,
Seth's just going to have an eye dangling out from his eye socket. You know what I mean? Like, is this out? Like on the ground like any given Sunday? Or is this just kind of hanging out? That's what I want to know.
So the eyeball, from what I understand, is like attached to stuff. So
yeah, there's the optic nerve.
I don't know. It's grossing me out, dude.
That connects it to your brain. I think that's
they might go gory. I don't know. That'd be weird.
It is called the horror show.
It is called the horror show. Man, what if they go total FMW with this?
Just blood squirting out of his eye socket.
They might. I'm really looking forward to it. I want to see what they're going to do.
Yeah.
After that, we have Drew McIntyre versus Dolph Ziggler for the WWE Championship. First of all, Larson, we've got one confidence point, or we've got 1 point on whoever gets closest in spirit to the stipulation.
Yes.
I have mine. Do you have yours?
Yeah, I don't feel great about it, but Dolph's been saying something that hasn't really been done before. He said in a recent interview it's something that plays in some fashion to the psychological aspect of the relationship between them. I just had an idea. Anyways, what do you think it is?
It's a no finishers stipulation. That's
All right.
I don't think we've seen that in a while. I know we've seen it before, but I don't think we've seen it in a while. And Drew's big thing is his Claymore. If you take away the Claymore, then Dolph might think, hey, he's got a shot. Dolph's finisher is like the super kick, and it's like, who cares? So he can remove that from his arsenal, maybe try to tap out Drew. So I'm going to say it's a no finisher stipulation.
All right, who do you got winning this match?
Oh, Drew with all my confidence points. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I too have Drew 6 confidence points. Initially, the stipulation, I thought maybe it'll be something that plays to Dolph's obvious strength, and that's amateur wrestling.
Yeah.
Some sort of amateur wrestling match with pins and points scored. And then I just said the psychological thing. What has Drew said he's reverted back to being? The Scottish psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this could be like a straitjacket match where Drew has to win a straitjacket.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Something along those lines.
That's really good.
Because that's something we have never seen before.
Yeah.
As far as I know.
Maybe
So
in
maybe along those
WCW in the year 2000, but
Maybe.
Yeah, that's probably the last time. Next, we've got Asuka versus Sasha Banks. Yeah, he could still do a Claymore with the straight jacket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Asuka versus Sasha Banks. I have Asuka with 3 confidence points here. Sasha Banks, the next title she's going to win is going to be that SmackDown Women's Championship. Off of Bayley.
I would not be surprised if Bayley inadvertently leads to Sasha losing this match. I, too, have Asuka with 3 confidence points.
Mm-hmm. Next, we've got Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt in a swamp fight. This will be interesting. This will probably actually be pretty darn fun, I'll be honest with you. This one I've got only 1 confidence point on, because on one hand, if this is just like a straight up fight between 2 guys in a swamp, I feel like Braun shouldn't lose that. Like they do still book him pretty strong. Like he's goofy as hell, but they book him really strong. So like in a straight up fight, he shouldn't win this. But at the same time, this is Bray Wyatt. It's on his territory. It's a non-title match. Plus, they need to motivate that SummerSlam match.
Oh, that's true. It is a non-title match.
It's a non-title match. So I feel like in order to, that's 3 pretty big points right there.
Yeah.
Bray's gonna win this, and they gotta get this going to SummerSlam. I'm sure they could, even if Braun wins it, they could still, then have the Fiend come out and say, well, you've beat Bray, but you've never beat me. They could do that, but
because that was my thought too. Was Braun? He beat Firefly Funhouse Bray, and then he beats Eater of Worlds Bray.
Yeah.
And then, as you said, Bray goes, well, you haven't beaten the Fiend.
Yeah. That could be. That could be the situation.
Because that way, because I feel we know that Braun and Bray are pretty close, and I'd speculated that Bray, probably knowing that he's going to come out of this feud on top, is totally fine putting Braun over basically every step of the way until the very end.
I think you're right about that. Yeah.
So when you said it was non-title, it gave me pause for a second about this, but I'm just going to go with it. I got Braun 2 confidence points.
All right.
This is on Bray's old turf, not his turf now. This is his old turf. I think they're going to give Braun every opportunity to kind of rid himself of the ghosts of the Wyatt family of his own past, but he has yet to face the Fiend of his future.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. So until he gets past the Fiend, he can't rid himself of Bray. So Fiend goes over at SummerSlam to get the title.
All right. Those are all very good points. I'm going to just stick with my guns. I only got 1 confidence point on it because
it's really the only match we differ on.
Yeah.
It is the only match we differ on. So
yeah.
That's all good.
We need something.
Exactly. So we went through the first prop bet, Dolph stipulation. You said there's no finisher match. I'm going down a limb, some sort of straitjacket match.
I like it. That's a good one. It's creative.
And then I got 2 more matches that seem like they could be added to the card from SmackDown. We're shooting this Friday, like basically at noon. So obviously SmackDown hasn't aired yet. So we'll treat these as prop bets. First match, Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus in a bar fight. Steve, who do you got?
I got Jeff Hardy. The odds are stacked against him. So he lost that last one. If he loses this, like, the feud is over. If he wins this, maybe
the feud should still be over.
Maybe the feud should still actually be over. But I don't know. I feel like they still want to give these guys something to do going into SummerSlam probably. So maybe they'll have a rubber match at SummerSlam that Jeff Hardy will win. Either way, Jeff Hardy has to win this.
Yeah, agreed. Jeff Hardy definitely has to win, and he will win. Finally, for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, based on how they've been setting this up, this should be a tables match. The New Day versus Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. I got new tag champions being crowned if this match does happen. The tables match stipulation is there. No one has to take a pin. They either could do a situation where Cesaro and Nakamura, purposely put a member of the New Day through a table, or one of those things where someone accidentally goes through a table and they lose a match that way. Regardless, I got the feeling we're going to see new tag champs if this match actually happens.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. So none of these prop bets except for Dolph's finisher or Dolph's stipulation actually matter. So yeah, I think we're going to see new tag champions as well. Man, I'm probably going to lose on this Bray Braun match, huh?
It could go either way. I mean, because when I first thought about it, your point makes perfect sense. Where they each have a win and they go into SummerSlam for the rubber match makes all the sense.
But you're right. You're right about that whole Braun could totally. Because Braun, they shouldn't have him jobbing out to like a swamp fight, but it's also on Bray's territory. But yeah, he went.
Old territory.
He
Not
beats
territory anymore.
He beats. Well, I think technically he owns it, doesn't he? In kayfabe. I mean,
maybe he sold it after Randy burned the house down. I don't know.
That could be. No, I could totally see Braun winning, and then the Fiend coming back and saying, "We had faith in me." Okay, once and for all at SummerSlam, and then he loses there. I could see that happening.
Make it up the ante. If I beat you, Fiend, you God forever or something.
Yeah. But this is also WWE. They do weird stuff like this. If all of a sudden they think that Braun isn't like their guy, then they'll just have Bray like squash the hell out of him. So anyways, yeah, I'll just keep with that. But this might be coming home to you, man. Well, actually, this is its home. It might have a temporary residence at your house.
Well, it depends. Anyways. I got a chair. Oh, should have moved the chair. I got a chair somewhere I can move back there where I can have a nice, comfortable spot back there.
You know, as long as the people get to see the quality workmanship on one of our screens, that's all I really care about.
All right.
So yeah. Anyways, I've had it. Here's the thing. I've had it long enough. I'm like Bruno Larson. I need a break at this point. I just need a break. My reign has been.
Well, you could have had a break if you could give it to me when I actually won it at Wrestle Kingdom.
It was somebody stole it, anyways.
No, you've already admitted that was subterfuge, lies on your part. So
I don't know what you're talking. I don't lie, Larson. I do not lie. Anyways. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.